Welcome to Crushing with Abby O. I'm your host, Abby O'Sullivan, a longtime beauty pro turned wellness and lifestyle coach here to help you expand your self-care. You deserve to have the wildly successful career, amazing relationships, and life you desire without sacrificing your own health and well-being. Join me in the no burnout zone to create the lifestyle you desire, filled with elevated energy, confidence, improved health, and self-care habits you'll actually stay consistent with. I'm so excited you're here. Let's get started. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Crushing with Abby O. Let's jump right in. This is the first of 2 episodes, basically helping you become a self-care CEO. Okay, we're going to get clarity on what it is that you want in your health and wellness activities that you currently aren't doing, and then helping you implement all of that so you can stay consistent, so you can reach your goals or the overall vision that you have for yourself in your health and wellness. And in this first episode, we're going to get clarity on those activities, what you want to include to elevate your health and wellness. And just a little background here, the challenges that women commonly come to me with are lack of time and lack of energy. I don't have time. I don't have the energy. And saying like, I've done this and this and this before, nothing stuck, or I didn't like it, or it wasn't sustainable. I couldn't do it forever, right? And I think that there's a misconception around time, like that it takes for it takes so much time to exercise, and it takes time to eat healthy. Well, duh, everything takes time. Like, it takes time for you to complain about it too. It's what we're choosing to do with our time. And I've always said that self-care doesn't have to take a long time, because there are so many different circumstances that people are in, and I recognize that as well. But there's a wide range of activities. It's not just working out. It's not just cooking meals at home. There are so many activities that we can do to improve our overall health and well-being consistently. And understand that it's not just about time itself, it's also about the conscious effort that it takes for us to implement and practice and do these things, especially when they might be newer to us. It takes more effort to add those things in and to remember to do them. You're really having to think about it, and it can take a lot of mental energy. So I get that you're already expending energy and time over here in the rest of your life, and now you're trying to expend energy and time in this different way. And it can feel like a lot. And yes, I totally get that. I'm very familiar with this feeling. So have awareness around that. Know that it's gonna feel like a lot because it's new and it's different for you. You are having to put some effort in, but the more that you do it, the less it will feel like an effort to do. So my aim is to help you navigate this and help you set things up in a way that makes it easier for you to stick to, so that you can enjoy you can reap the benefits of your own self-care and health and wellness practices and actually enjoy them. Like, you're receiving the benefits, you're enjoying them, so you're receiving the benefits and you're enjoying them and you're getting results and this and this and that, just so on and so on and so on. And eventually you'll be like, I used to think this way about it, and now I feel this way about it, and this is so great. It doesn't have to be so taxing. It doesn't have to be such a chore. It doesn't have to be so fucking difficult. It actually does get to be enjoyable to take care of yourself and your health and your wellness. You might just have to shift your perspective on what all this means to you and why you're doing it. That is possibly a deeper conversation for you and I to have one-on-one. Alrighty, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. And step 1 is establishing what you want. So when you think about your health and wellness goals, you probably have an overall vision for yourself already. Like, you see yourself doing certain things. You see the goal that you want to reach, and you probably have some idea of the things that you need to, or that you think you should be doing to get there. And I want you to have your goal, and I want you to be listing out the activities. And think about the things that you want to include as well. Maybe it is an exercise routine, like working out 3 days a week. Maybe it's a morning routine, or you're wanting to get into journaling or meditation. Like, these can be things that help you physically, emotionally, mentally. It doesn't just have to be like exercise, eating, diet, like that type of stuff. Think about all the types of things that you could be adding in that maybe you've been curious about. Maybe you've been struggling with your sleep and you hear people talk about bedtime routines and you're like, what the heck is that? I want to learn how to set one up because I would really like to get better sleep. I just know that would make me a better person all the way around. All right, so make a list. Make a list of the things that you want to include in your life. You can pause the podcast and come back. Okay, so now that you have your list, and maybe it's a few things, maybe it's a lot, I want you to pick something that feels big. Like, it's going to, if you do this thing, other things are going to naturally fall into place. So for this example, let's use setting up a morning routine. Because if I set up a morning routine, I'm going to feel less stressed, less hurried, less overwhelmed. My energy is going to be better, and it probably would give me time to pack a lunch, so that would be great for the rest of my day. I'd really like to get in some morning time stretching or reading. So yeah, I'd like to set up a morning routine because I know that's going to help me include other activities and set me up for success in the way that I want to feel mentally, physically, emotionally throughout the day. So map that out. What's it going to look like? What are the activities that you would like to include? How much time do you want? How much time do you need? And just know that for this particular example, morning routines can look like anything that you want. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's morning routine. Some Instagram influencer that does like 10 things or 15 or whatever that has an hour and a half and you have about 20 minutes, like that's okay. You get to make it however you want. This is about you and your morning routine and what's best for you and what works for you, what you can stick to because you want to, because it's easy, because it brings you joy and peace and the results that you want. Your morning routine could be sitting in silence for 10 minutes while you sip your cup of coffee. Like, that can be your morning routine. And it's more about the intention behind the morning routine, right? How you want to feel. So you choose the activities that help you feel that way. If I want good energy, like not just like get up and go energy, like good vibes energy. I want to bring good energy to other people. I'm going to do things in the morning that help me with that so I can have a better work day. So I can have less anxiety, less stress. So I feel like I got a little bit of time for myself before I give a lot to other people, right? For me, this looks like having my cup of coffee or tea. It's breakfast. I like to play with the cat. She's really cute and funny, and she makes me laugh. So she likes to chase hair ties. So we do a little bit of that. And then just having time to get ready, shower, just wake up. I like a slower morning, so I set my days up in a way that I can take advantage of that. And even if I have a little bit of less time, there are things I'm always going to do. Literally gonna have my breakfast because let's regulate some cortisol, let's regulate blood sugar, let's get some nutrition in. And then I don't feel irritable and hungry and moody the rest of the day, especially if lunch happens to be later. But it's okay because I had breakfast. I can wait a little bit longer. But if I'm not going to have any breakfast and then lunchtime is later, this is not good. This is not good physiologically. It's not good for your metabolism or your stress levels or your anxiety. It's kind of a different podcast. Let me bring it back. All right. But you can see in this example of setting up a morning routine, I'm getting a lot of self-care and nourishment, like in a lot of different ways, so that not only do I have like actual energy, calories wise, for the day, I also have like good vibes energy. I have the capacity to deal with people and deal with stress. Giving yourself these self-care items. This is how you help yourself manage stress and deal. And it helps your body function better because you're not constantly in fight or flight. You have some time for rest, for healing, for your body to function the way that you want it to so that you can reach your health goals. Does this make sense? Okay, so homework, establish what it is that you want, what's your overall vision for your health and wellness lifestyle. What are some of the activities that you would like to include in your life? What's the activity? What's the one that you want to focus on for right now? That's like a mover and a shaker. This is the guy that's like going to get it's going to knock down a bunch of other dominoes when you hit this one first, right? That's what I want you to establish. And I also want you to answer the question of why it is important to you, how this would enhance or change your life if you included this activity into your daily or general routine, because not everything has to happen necessarily daily. So answer those questions, and in the second part, we're going to pick up on implementation, because that is where a lot of people get stuck. And if you want one-on-one guidance with this, there are a couple of options that I will link in the show notes. I have a couple of options for working with me. You can do essentially a quick power up with a one-on-one wellness coaching call, or a more intensive self-care CEO VIP day where we're really going to get to know your goals, I'm going to get to know you, your goals, and we're going to create an action plan for helping you include self-care activities that you can stick to, that you want to stick to, so you can stay consistent, really enhance your overall well-being, boost your energy, and ultimately reach your health and wellness goals without burning out, without giving up, so you can crush life so you can thrive and crush it in your business and in your life, and have a little fun with it too. So for more information on both of those, you can visit the show notes. I will talk to you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to Crushing with Abby O. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend and leave a 5-star review. As always, you can connect with me on Instagram at Coach Abby O, or drop me an email at hello@crushingpodcast.com.